My name is Platlas and welcome to Indie Bits, the show where I give my first impressions on new indie games. Today we'll be taking a look at Eternal Radiance for Windows, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. You take on the role of Celeste, a squire that's part of an order dedicated to fighting monsters. When the game begins, she's summoned by her captain to start a test to become a knight, which consists of going to a nearby town and finding a mysterious artifact that's causing monsters in the area to attack the village. One of the main aspects of the game is character interaction in a visual novel style. You'll spend a lot of time talking with other characters in order to progress in the game, especially if you want to acquire all side quests, of which there are a lot. Be warned that it doesn't take the visual novel aspect lightly. It took me more than 40 minutes of conversation from the start of the game to reach the first session of combat, which I personally didn't mind since the dialogue is in general well done and it's nice that you can select multiple options during a conversation. Once you do reach combat, you have several options to engage with enemies such as normal attacks, different types of magic, and a special finisher. You can select the difficulty of your choice and honestly the normal one is pretty challenging. When I first began combat I was like, this is a cute anime game, combat is gonna be a piece of cake. I'm dead. You need to actually pay attention and dodge or block frequently and use recovery items when necessary. After defeating some enemies you level up, which grants new spells and an ability point that can be spent on 2 available skill trees to acquire certain passive bonuses. Fallen enemies also give items and gold, which you can use to obtain new equipment and even enchant it to add some extra stats. As you progress on the story, you acquire new party members that fight alongside you. You can't take control of them or tell them how to behave in combat, and they don't have a skill tree of their own, but you can select the spells you want them to use, customize their equipment, and tell them when to use their special finisher. You should also note that as the posting of this video, this game is releasing in Steam in early access, so you may see some minor bugs and I think it lacks a couple of features and some polish in certain aspects. The combat plays well and your character is very responsive, but the main complaint that I had was that enemies tend to come in large numbers and you'll frequently get hit from the back by attacks that you can't see coming. I would prefer for enemies you can't see to target your allies or be less aggressive in general, since receiving an attack out of nowhere feels kind of cheap. Still, I think this game is pretty good. It has a light-hearted but interesting story to follow, engaging combat, and rewarding progression. It does a pretty solid work in combining the visual novel and action RPG genres. Because of this, on my should you try it scale, I give it a score of hell yeah! And if you would like to see more reviews on indie games, make sure to subscribe. Have a nice day!